Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2. It's a great day to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Let's jump right in. So, I have good news for once for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roman Wilson is earning Aaron Rodgers' trust during practice, and you're starting to see it in the games. I mean, you see Roman Wilson during the games, has elite speed, and some of the routes that he runs are very crisp. Let's jump into the article. Aaron Rodgers explains how Roman Wilson is earning his trust. Really proud of him. I've liked him since the first time we got to know each other in Malibu. I told him back then, I'm going to coach you to your potential, not what I'm seeing. Rodgers said Wednesday via the Steelers YouTube channel. So I'm going to hold him to a high standard. And I was really proud of him in the game for the couple reaction plays he made. And we just need to see consistency from him, but it starts in practice. Rodgers mentions Wilson's reaction plays. The most notable one came on the first drive of the game. Rodgers saw Roman Wilson breaking deep over the middle, but throws the ball towards the sideline. He does a great job to react and quickly flips his hips around, locates the ball, and finally gets both feet in bounds to secure the catch. This was a really excellent catch by Roman Wilson during the game.
Showing some more mobility. Watch the little move, though, at the top of this route by Roman Wilson. He has to flip his head completely around, get his feet down, and make
Great
the play.
ball by Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's a great ball, great pattern.
Rodgers has made throughout.
I mean, you see the speed, you see the route running ability. So obviously, Aaron Rodgers has seen it, and he's been in the league 20 years. He knows talent when he sees it, but he just got to build off of that. That's not the route that was originally run. He saw something breaking down in the coverage, and he flipped his hips around and ran that route. And that just from repetition and repetition through practice, it's a good sign for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There were some other routes on the backsides where he didn't get the ball, where you're starting to see some of the craft show up, some of the details in the routes that gives you confidence that you could trust him, Rodgers said. I mean, this is great news from Roman Wilson. You know, it's been a long time coming, and I hope it just continues. And I really hope it continues this week versus the Indianapolis Colts. I would love to see Roman Wilson as the legitimate starting wide receiver number two, even though I've been negative, thinking that I don't have a good feeling how this eventually all works out. Do I want him to be successful? Of course I do. I want him to be better than Hines Ward, but we'll just have to wait and see. Darius Slay is a significant part of the defensive issues, could be on the move at the trade deadline. I can't see anybody trading for Darius Slay. I think if the Pittsburgh Steelers let him go, he will be out of the league and his career will be over. He has not looked very good at all, and he obviously looks his age out there on the field. Last week versus the Green Bay Packers, not wanting to hit anybody and his lack of physicality, it's not a good sign for Darius Slay. Looks like he's close to the end. There was an article released today. Nick Herbig is literally breaking the pass rush chart. His win ratio versus offensive lineman is off the charts. Nick Herbig needs to be the starter over Alex Highsmith, and we all know that. And I don't understand how Nick Herbig only played 20 snaps last week versus the Green Bay Packers when Jordan Love is getting the ball out of his hand in 1.4 seconds, and Nick Herbig is your fastest pass rusher, your most explosive pass rusher, and he's on the bench. We all know. It's just a matter, is Tomlin going to change the personnel? I don't need to see charts and all this other stuff, but another chart came out explaining how Nick Herbig is basically breaking the chart that he's playing so well every time he gets on the field. But if you're only playing 10 snaps a game, 20 snaps a game, what good is it? He needs to play the entire game. Alex Highsmith needs to be the pass rusher that's giving TJ Watt and Nick Herbig a breather. You know they're not going to take TJ Watt off the field. So Alex Highsmith needs to be the third guy. Jaylen Warren is changing how Aaron Rodgers plays the game. I knew Jaylen Warren, when he finally became the starter, he was going to be absolutely excellent. I mean, you can't beat Barry Sanders unless you're getting the ball 20, 25 times a game. And Jaylen Warren looks absolutely incredible. Aaron Rodgers went on to say, there's been throws I made this year that in the past I wouldn't have made because maybe there's a guy out there. Rodgers said in his usual Wednesday meeting with the media via the team's YouTube channel. Maybe there's a couple guys out there, but I just feel like when he's got the ball in his hands, the first guy never brings him down, and he never does. Rodgers cited one play in particular in Sunday night's loss to the Green Bay Packers, a simple check down that Rodgers wouldn't otherwise thrown, but his trust in Warren to make the play made him toss it short. faked the pitch to him, came back, had some deeper routes, and I threw it in the flat, he said. And if you pause the film, there's like three guys in the way, and he makes all three miss and runs over the safety for a 12-yard gain. Here's a look at the play. I mean, Jaylen Warren looks absolutely sensational out there. Super explosive, runs hard, runs tough. Great player. Let's watch the play. Two. I mean, look at that. It's unreal. They got him bottled up, and he just runs right through it. Look, one, two, three, four, five. Speed kills. We all know that. Speed and explosiveness kills. And that's why Nick Herbig needs to be on the field too. Nick Herbig is the most explosive pass rusher, and he should not be on the bench. Every team that plays the Pittsburgh Steelers knows that they have to get the ball out of their hands fast. And that's just more of a reason to play Nick Herbig when he's your fastest, most explosive pass rusher. Aaron Rodgers also went on to say that's what he loves about Jaylen Warren, that there's an expectation when he gets the ball that something great's going to happen. Here's a crazy statistic. I pointed this out the other day. Warren carried the ball just 3 times in the second half of the Packers' loss, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand in the second half of that football game how Jaylen Warren only touches the football 3 times. I mean, I know we had some issues. We got burnt on the no call and things like that. But I mean, you can't when Jaylen Warren's playing that well and he's one of your. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Jaylen Warren. Those are your three most explosive players on offense. And for Jaylen Warren to only carry the ball 3 times in the third and fourth quarter, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even going to comment on it anymore because it's just super frustrating. Well, we got good news on Roman Wilson. That's a good sign. I hope he continues to improve and becomes the player that we all hope that he can be. I want him to be better than Hines Ward. I do. It's not that I don't want any of these players to be successful, but if they're not pulling their weight, you got to call it how you see it. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2.